Hello everyone, and welcome to Yoshi 1 Kenobi's Demilich Dracolich control deck for Standard 2022. In this deck, we center it based on Demilich, which is a blue skeleton wizard that costs blue less to cast for each instant and sorcery you've cast this turn, which isn't the part of ability that we really plan on using here. Whenever Demilich attacks, you exile one instant or sorcery from your graveyard, and you may cast a copy. You do need to pay the full mana cost of that copy, but that allows us to cast spells with X in its value. And then we may cast Demilich from our graveyard by exiling 4 instants or sorceries, and then play the 4 blue. So there is some recurrence to Demilich, as long as we're playing a critical mass of instants and sorceries, which we are in this deck. Then we're also playing Ebondeath Dracolich, a 5/2 flash flying that enters stat, that we get a cast from our graveyard if we've killed a creature this turn, or if one of our own creature has died this turn, other than Ebondeath Dracolich. Which means that we can recur Demilich, if it dies we bring back Dracolich, or more likely we kill an opponent's creature and bring back Dracolich, which gives us an inevitable win condition in our control shell. The rest of the deck are control elements available to us in Standard 2022. 3 Bloodchief's Thirst, 3 multiple choices, a pair of power kills, a pair of Soul Shatters, counter spells in the form of Jwari Disruption, Foresight coming. Then we're playing some draw spells with a Wizard class for Behold the Multiverse. Our Sweepers, our Shadow's Verdict, still available in Standard 2022. We're also playing a pair of Baleful Masteries, a pair of Hagra Mauling for more removal. I'm also sneaking in a pair of Hoard Robbers here, because it allows us to fix our mana and put some pressure. It's a 2-drop that's very good defensively, being a 1/3. Also, later in the game I don't really mind getting rid of it with Shadow's Verdict, and if I get to get a couple of attacks in, then it allows us to put in our Dracolich or Demilich on the battlefield, or cast our draw spell just that much early. One of the interesting things is that I'm only playing 2 of the Power Word Kill in Standard 2022, because there's a lot of dragons and a lot of angels. And this doesn't kill Faceless Haven, first of all. Then I've gotten a matchup against Dragon Tribal and a matchup against Angel Tribal, and it's not fun getting 3 power kills in your hand. Not fun at all. With that, we only have 2 dual lands, the Ice Tunnels and the Clearwater Pathway, so we're playing those. And we're also playing a pair of Hall of Storm Giants, just to wrap up some games where we didn't draw any of our creatures. So let's see this deck in action with some games. We're playing Demilich Control on MTG Arena, Standard 2022, against Gone. Okay. A lot of choices with this hand, but not that many. We will keep it anyways. Question is, do we play the Jwari Disruption or not? We already have 3 lands, but the extra source of blue is most welcome. Behold the Multiverse. Blue-red. I probably want a counter spell. Let's open up with the Hall of Giants. One foretells. Let the battle begin. There's no reason to telegraph our second color yet. And that's why I kept you. Countered. We didn't catch our opponent out of lands. Alright. Let's go Hoard Robber. Let's force you to do something here. Right click for information. Alright, I have 1 black source. Let's see if I have another one. Yeah, the opponent can just activate the Faceless Haven, which would leave me in a pretty bad spot. But the opponent chose not to cast anything. So maybe we start foretelling our stuff. Let's double foretell. Shields are down. Pass to you. You gotta resolve something if you so desire. Alright, power word kill. I want to play another land, so I'm gonna Behold the Multiverse. When we'll see it coming, and we'll see the saw it coming. So we'll see saw. Lands are good. I will take them lands. Play the tunnel. And this time I get to attack. The opponent activates the Faceless Haven, then we'll get a power to kill it. Oh, no, actually we can't, because it'll be a dragon. But the opponent doesn't know that. Yeah, that thing's all creature types. Gotta remember this. Well, attacking with the mana open just was a very good tell that I had a kill spell, even though I didn't actually have one. Prismari command. That's fine. The draw 2, discard 2 is actually losing a card. Galazet, Goldspan Dragon. Powered kill is not going to be that good. But the opponent has to be worried about counter spells. That's also not that great. Alright, well, this time you don't really have the Haven open. So I gotta make a treasure. I already have the double black. I should be able to fairly safely Demilich. Opponent counters. I want my Demilich. Mostly because I want to set up multiple choice. If the opponent plays a dragon, then multiple choice will bounce it back. Yeah, like that. You get a treasure. That much is fine. I get to threaten to Behold the Multiverse off of Demilich. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll have enough mana to multiple choice after the counter spell. Attempt to cast you. Double Ice Tunnels. That's too much tap land. The opponent doesn't have countermagic, apparently. Our attack resolves. We get a treasure. So if the opponent doesn't have anything, then we will use all our options. Oh, you do have something. Maybe because that was a copy. Interesting. Because it didn't leave our opponent any timing to counter that. The Demilich says you get a copy and you may cast a copy. Which tripped the timings. Interesting. Alright, well. We've gotten the counter spell out of our opponent's hand anyways. Ooh, that's problematic. Very problematic indeed. Yeah, this is where the non-dragon clause on powered kill is a big problem. 7, 11, 12. We can hit our opponent for 12. Which is clearly not good enough. Okay. Now let's start with land. We can double Soul Shatter and powered kill a bird. I need to keep the robber on the fence to block the haven. Well, Demilich is doing work. That's for sure. Pass to you. I want to make you attack with the bird so I can swing back with the Hall of Giants. I'm living life on the edge a little bit there. You also have the Hall of Giants, but you can't activate. Ooh, maybe. Do you? 3 for the Haven, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They do have enough for both. In which case I'll lose to the birds. It is a shame. Jwari Disruption ability. No, on 2 mana there's nothing I can do. Unless the opponent doesn't see it. Block the Haven. Power word. Kill the bird. Kill the bird. No answer. Okay. Opponent's digging. 4 cards deep for counterspell. Jwari Disruption. Okay, we're dead. Jwari Disruption or Slide Coming would do it. Opponent left both cards on top. What do you have? Burn Spell? You have Burn Spell for my face. You can't activate the Faceless Haven. Hall of Giants. Come on out. Frostbite the Demilich. They have an answer to that. But I can draw a Disruption. And then lose the game. Because the opponent can just pay. And also that didn't really do anything. But it was worth mentioning that I did have a Jwari Disruption. As we'll concede this game. We got close. But our Demilich got some Frostbite. And we didn't plan for proper clothing apparently. We are playing Demilich Control on MTG Arena Standard 2022 against a Chocobo Canyon. Kind of prefer chocolate canyons than chocobo canyons. But that's besides the point. The point is that we will keep this. Because we have removal, we have multiple choices, and a Dracolich. We'll open up with the Ice Tunnel. Making sure that we make it to whatever this glimmering right at the end of the tunnel is. Though I'm not sure making it to the light at the end of the tunnel is typically what you want to do. Might mean losing. But in any case, we'll keep on playing more tunnels. Maybe we can confuse our opponent into a maze of ice tunnels. Opponent plays a Werewolf Pack Leader. So if you appreciate it, play this. Get rid of the Pack Leader. My Bloodchief is hungry, thirsty. Needed to drink some werewolf blood. Human werewolf. Half and half. Alright. Well, have a pair of Dracoliches. So let that go. Also, being a 4-drop, it will be immune to our Shadow's Verdict. Faceless Haven. Kazandu Mammoth. Wonderful. Rar. Death Breeding Dragon. Alright. Shadow's Verdict? The 4-turn clock has begun. You have 3 more turns. Unless you deal with my 1 creature. Which I guess is probably something that your deck can do. Well, it seems like mono green. Mono green, Snow, Haven, Hydra. I know, just talked about the lands. Probably more werewolf, elephants. Were-elephants. Elephant wolves? Not exactly sure how they would be labeled. Big flying troll warriors. That would be scary if I did not have multiple choices. I just love that card. Draw a card, bounce a creature, get a 4/4. Yeah, that's good. Yoink. And next turn we do it all again. Well, you do it all again. I mean, playing the old growth troll, equipping the kite sail. Although I don't really have any removal left. And this isn't quite lethal. But casting a Demilich seems delicious. Demilicious? Demilicious? Something like that. So you have 4, not enough. For flying trample. Alright. Don't have particularly good block. Okay. Sure. Kill my Dragon of Death, if that is what you desire. My elemental's still there. Behold the Multiverse. I don't really need the land. I will take the multiple choices though. And I still have mana left for Demilich. Nothing like a 3 mana 4/3 that's super threatening. It's like a blue Dreadhorde Arcanist. That's more expensive. But that has recurrence. And that makes our opponent scoop. In the face of multiple choices, our opponent only had 1 true choice, which was resigning. And they did. They did. We are playing Demilich Control on MTG Arena Standard 2022 against Keys 2016-7 or 20,167, which is far in the future, or maybe just a car or number or something. We will keep this a little slow. So we have a Demilich and a Dragon of Death. So let's keep it. They also have the Ice Tunnel. Opponent is playing Izzet Pixie Guide. If you would roll the dice, roll that many dice plus 1. Sounds like fun. We will pass the turn back. Because casting multiple choice for x equals 0 is typically frowned upon by me. His opponent's playing Dice Roll with a pair of Pixie Guides. Fairly weak creatures, so we'll just keep the side comings. Which I guess I could have foretold one last turn by playing tap land, but we can just keep up the good old pure counterspell mana up. Could have hardcast the Demilich, but that seems like a bad move. Yeah, we'll have none of that. You'll not be contacting another plane. That does mean that I'll allow you to resolve, or not, something. Could use the multiple choices now. I want to get this out of my hand. I also want the option of just flashing an Ebondeath. Opponent has too much mana opened, so we'll take the opportunity to just play the Ice Tunnel. The opponent plays anything threatening, we'll see it coming. Alright. Opponent wastes the turn cycle. We'll take the beating from the Pixie Gods, and we'll take the opportunity to flash in our Ebondeath. Opponent gets scry 2, draw 2. Then we get a big black dragon. Yeah. Alright, that's pretty good. We can Bloodchief stirs the Pixie Guide and multiple choice the other one back into the hand. We can also Demilich. Let's kill one of those. Cast our Demilich and see it coming. Let's foretell the saw it coming. Now I have Ebondeath, the Dracolich, as well as the Demilich, not to confuse the Demilich with the Dracolich. Alright, we get a sacrifice of permanent, which will be that swamp. We'll swing for 1. And we will use the power words. Actually, non-angel, demon, devil, dragon. That's an elemental, so that will die. Goodbye, Earth Cult Elemental. We'll attack you, and we'll get to kill off the Pixie Guide using good old 1 mana spell. Keeping up the saw it coming, as well as the 1 turn block. Which, in most scenarios, is probably going to be GG. And so it is. As our Dracolich Demilich combination gets it done, bringing us to Diamond. We're playing Demilich Control on Standard 2022 against Necrox. Alright. We'll keep this with the Jwari Runes as our opening land. We'll foretell the draw spell. Opponent's playing Mana Black. Rakdos. Okay. Magda, Brazen Outlaw. Well, that doesn't turn back. Zorn. Nope. It's not gonna let you double up your treasures with a mag down the battlefield. That would be a bad idea. Very bad idea at that. Well, that doesn't turn back. We'll flash in Ebondeath Dracolich. Because we're letting your opponent have way too many treasures. Valky. You may get 1 Dracolich. Soul Shatter. Huh. Let's hit you. Island go. What is your game plan? Make tons of treasure. Summon dragons from your library. Alright, you may become Ebondeath. She's have converted mana cost 4, so I'll kill it. You shouldn't have a choice, it should be Dracolich, I think. I'll take 2. And now I need to get rid of that Magda. Alright. Be a 1/1 human knight. It's not a problem. Wizard class Demilich. Unfortunately, now is not a good time for you, Demilich. I'll keep the wizard's class though. Jwari Disruption. Ugh. Alright. Wizard time. Let's play this on blue. I'm actually winning the clock. I have Jwari Disruption open and Sight coming, or I get to take out the wizard's class. Opponent doesn't have any snowlands for that Faceless Haven. Valky, sure. Oh, I can only activate that at sorcery speed. Oops. Well, let's level it up. Baleful Mastery. That's a good insurance policy. Oh yeah, you're just gonna transform Valky into Dracolich. That's fine. In response, I will power word kill. Before you become a dragon, I will destroy you. Because that thing kills gods, just not angels, dragons, devils, or demons. You go down 2. Then Dracolich gets it done. And Standard 2022. We are playing Dracolich Demilich Control on MTG Arena Standard 2022 against Celestri. That seems okay. A little slow, but we can always use the X equals to bounce if we really have to. We have too many swamps to cast our Demilich. It's a problem with the mana. Lair of the Hydra against our Hall of the Storm Giants. Werewolf Pack Leader. Alright. Draw a card if you're attacking with a lot of things. I think I want to draw a card. Try one, draw one. Not quite what I'm looking for. Not much better. The Dard, a Selfless Paladin. Yeah, I'm running a little slow here. So I'm gonna sack the multiple choice. Should they return any creature to control? Which means I'll give them another trigger here. Yeah. You may get Nadar back. Once under battlefield or attacks, it doesn't really matter. Okay, opponent's playing heavy adventures. Venturing in the dungeon, making each treasure token, swinging at us. Going for the face. We are going to exile that pesky planeswalker.
All adventures have to end.
Let our opponent commit more to the board and then use Shadow's Verdict. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Opponent could also just activate the Hydra, attack with Pack Leader into Hydra, which would be troublesome. We take 7. Okay. Opponent's going to dungeon round. Nadar. Opponent draws a card. 4 to the face. Ah. Now we'll Shadow's Verdict. There's no question there. Goodbye, cruel creatures. And I'll send the turn back to you. If you could play nothing, it'd be great. Fortunately, that's a little pesky fly that exiles our Demilich, making it cost a ton of mana and a half. And ignore Professor. This is going to be rough. Not sure what we can draw. Powered Kill's a good start. Yeah, we're going to power kill the Gnarled Professor. Gonna take the opportunity to play our Ice Tunnel. And we'll pass the turn, holding the Saw It Coming to exile that Mascot Exhibition. Opponent should have activated the Hydra, we would have died. We're gonna have to counter this. Play the Swamp. Pass the turn. If the opponent goes the Hydra for 6, our Hall of Storm Giant's gonna block it. If the opponent attacks with the spell Binder, well, we're still alive. Let's see if we can counter that. Not with lands, we won't. Alright, that's problematic. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't top deck a Shadow's Verdict. So I think we're dead. I mean, we don't have the mana for Shadow's Verdict. Bloodchief's Thirst and Fireward Kill, not good enough, so we'll concede. Just a bit too much pressure. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. It won't cost you any mana, and it greatly helps to support this channel and keep the awesome videos coming. Until next time, may the fun be with you.